first live, and I've been trying it. You may have been here a few minutes ago. I had a few attempts which went a bit wrong, but now it looks like we're on. So today's video, I want to talk to you about how to lead like an advanced leader, or should I say, how to dance like an advanced West Coast swing dancer, leaders or followers. And I would like to share with you some of my thoughts, and hope this will be helpful for you in your journey, whether you are doing this you want to watch this to try and get in the advanced division, or just to improve your art of West Coast swing. And I'm injured at the moment. I've got a video coming about that very soon. I've pretty much finished editing that, so there'll be more news about that. So I'm currently out of dancing, but it's a good moment now to make these videos and to reflect. So I've just gone into the advanced division a few months ago, and I was honored to win the advanced all-star with the amazing Anja. And yeah, I was, well, honored to win that. So I'm growing in the advanced division myself, and it's really helpful to think through these things. So you'll see me looking to the side because I've got my notes right here next to me. So the first thing I wanted to share is that we are all artists in this dance. So we are here, West Coast swing dancers. Wherever division you're at, you're an artist. You have a lot to contribute. And hello to Esperanza, by the way, is writing here. Hello, Pedro. Good to hear from you. So yes, let me know in the comments, everybody, how this is sounding. If it's okay, any problems, and yeah, we'll keep going and see how this goes. I'm just click on my side here to check it's all coming out well, and I can check people's comments as well here. So yeah, so the first thing I wanted to look into as well, what I seem to really like as well, is when I see someone who's comfortable in their own skin when they're dancing. It doesn't have to just be dancing, it could be any other art you're performing. But I like it when somebody looks, they're like relaxed. They're not, I don't know, like striving and tense, trying to prove something. So I think when you watch the advanced division, you start to, and the all stars, you start to see people a bit more, don't know, at ease, and I love seeing that. So that's something, I know it's not easy to get. I think that's what experience does. It helps you to get more relaxed. I'm still on the journey, and sometimes even if you watch people and they look relaxed, they might not necessarily feel completely stress-free. But yeah, it's a wonderful art they've worked on. I also really like, yeah, that confidence you project. Doesn't have to be cocky, but having that confidence. Maybe when you look at, if you see some of the rounded back when they're dancing, I like it when it's more, open, and maybe the chest slightly diagonally upwards for them. Just exudes that, like, yeah, I'm an artist. I belong here on the floor. And then my second thing as well is also related to the first one, is that not forcing things. So where there's a leader or follower trying to force things to happen. I like it when it's an advanced dancer tends to be more in the, seeing what happens, trying something, and then suggesting something to the partner, and then the partner might catch on to it and do something, but not necessarily trying to force things, always trying to hit every single thing in the song. I like sometimes less is more, and just going with it, seeing what happens, confident in their abilities. And so my next point as well now is having good technique, good quality of movement. For me, that is a beautiful thing. We obviously do a lot of classes learning technique in West Coast swing. So I personally really enjoy seeing the liquid style movement in the body, if the music suits that. Of course, we might not be doing that so much for blues songs or other styles of music, but I like it when you can see this, like, they're in liquid, the way the people, the dancers are moving. I think it's really nice, and you can call that background body motion. So it's not too huge, but it's like subtle. You see it, and then you might see it increasing when I want to hit something specific in the song. But I like that gooiness, that movement. Of course, if it's not so much your style, that you don't have to use that either. I also like it when the dancer is pitched forwards. So when they're pitched slightly this way, I think it looks really cool, looks really West Coast swing, and obviously technique-wise it really helps as well to have that pitch for various reasons, which I've spoken about in previous videos. And also the dancer, an advanced dancer, is using their body as an instrument. You can have that mindset, like it's like elastic, and they're like connecting to their partner, that maybe through the handhold, but the rest of the body is also communicating to that, and it's yeah, they're using their instrument to communicate to the partner. You can think about it, maybe your mindset as my body has like fascia, which is like this web-like covering over the muscles, and it can all be, a lot of it is connected to each other, so you can start thinking about movements from the center can connect to other parts of the body, connect to your partner, they can feel those movements, and you really start to see that when you start watching the advanced dancers in West Coast Swing. When I say advanced, it could be advanced division, or it could be higher. We could also take it as being like a concept of being an advanced dancer. You also see great things like the rolling count. I've spoken that before in videos, where you might see the rolling the feet, and the weight transfers is from the side is rolling as they're rolling the feet. The weight is also going across. So it's a lot of control, and I love that. That's what makes you an artist. It takes a while to learn this, but if it was easy, everybody would do it. So that's why we learn technique and try to improve our craft. So looking at my notes here as well, I also like it when the follower is not coming forward too soon, but they are. We often say they're holding back, which is a way of saying not coming forward too early, but obviously it doesn't mean they're like forcing the leader to, like stopping the leader from leading. And I love it when you see that the followers' hips on the weighted foot side is kind of, as they're doing the 5 and 6, the hips is like going backwards. The hips are like coming backwards as the front foot is coming forwards, and it has this wonderful, and they like brush that foot on the floor as they come forwards, the front foot. It's hard to, without demonstrating, to explain, but I love that 6 into 1 of the ankle step of the followers as they're settling onto that left hip, and the right foot is releasing and coming forwards, brushing along the ground, all in that gradual motion. Is beautiful to watch, and everybody has their own way of doing it. It doesn't have to be the same as everybody else. We have different body shapes, body types, and different styles, so there isn't one way to do it, but that's something else you'd see in an advanced dancer. And as a leader as well, as they're transferring on their anchor step, 6 under 1, you'll see them transferring the weight on the right hip, going through touching the toes of the foot, rolling towards the hip, putting the weight on that hip, releasing, and then stepping backwards and continuing that motion backwards to lead the follower. As they land on one, it's not landing on one here, it's like controlled. So you really appreciate that in our advanced dancers. Now, another thing you really see an advanced dancer doing in West Coast Swing as leader or follower is that we mentioned it before, but artistry. So seeing those beautiful lines, for example, angles. I love it when you see a leader or follower having that angle opening up as opposed to always being square on. Having beautiful lines, whether it's with the shoulders or with their arms or legs, finishing in a certain position, like they might be on a press step with the foot pressing there, and the other foot it's hard to show with the hands here, but they're with the press step position, and the body's making a beautiful line over that press step, and you can inspire your audience with those wonderful lines. And yeah, so there's so many levels of artistry, obviously, in this dance, but when you see people also feeling the music, not just doing moves, you often see people just doing moves, and it doesn't matter what song is playing, they're just doing the same moves. But when you see the song is actually affecting the dance, and the style, the choice of moves for the leader or the followers styling they're choosing, because the music is affecting them, and the way they maybe react in their face to the music or with each other, it might cause a reaction in you as well. And where you see that, you think, oh, what a beautiful moment. These two people sharing this moment on the dance floor together, especially with an audience watching them, and with the added nerves and pressure, and they still expressing themselves beautifully together, communicating a special moment with each other, what they feel in the music. So again, another sign of an advanced dancer. Our next thing here as well, which I had spoken about a little bit before, was about styling. But before that, actually, an area which would be complexity or variety of moves. However, this is subjective as well, because sometimes less is more. But generally, if you're watching advanced dancer leader-wise, you might be seeing more moves you've never seen before, or slightly more complex versions, and also various moves in a row put together. So you might not just see a left side pass, anchor step, underarm turn, anchor step, right side pass, anchor step. You might be more like a left side pass with a rock and go into an underarm turn, an inside roll, and then the leader rotates at the end, and then they do their anchor step. So it's a bit more technically technically advanced, I would say. Um, but the danger is you can become a move monster, where you just do pan, 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 and you don't give time for the follower to breathe or for the audience to breathe, because it's just constant movement. So there's that fine line. Again, the artistry of the dance. For the follower as well, is that styling, which leaders and followers, I believe, both do styling, but also the follower styling might have really nice subtle moments, and they might have a bigger moment, a movement of the arm as they're moving, as expressing themselves in the music, and what they might hear certain layers in the music as well. So the follower as well, maybe not on the lead, not necessarily taking over, but suggesting things, and then the partner might react in a certain way, and then they in turn will like, okay, I'm going to continue with these suggestions, or if the partner's not getting it at all, they're not going to try and force it. It's that artistry of listening to another human being, seeing what we can create together. I also like it when people smile at each other. Of course, not always depending on the song, but when you see both of them smiling at each other at ease, that's really adding a nice dimension. So that was a little bit on the styling section, how I see advanced dancers using that extra element of expression. Now, one of my favorite things is musicality, which I've touched on a little bit already, which is where they're listening to the song and expressing the song through the body as a partnership, and maybe also it could be individually as well, but they might want to communicate to that partner as well, as they are showing them, this is what I hear in the music. Sometimes I see yeah, even in maybe some of the high divisions, you might see lots of moves happening, and it doesn't seem to fit the music. So, and sometimes I'm like, I even say out loud as I'm watching it on the screen, like, oh no, there's lots of moves there. But of course, everybody has their own way of listening and interpreting. But I really like it when you watch a dance and it really seems to suit the song and the choice of moves. That might be hitting a major one in the song. So major one, I've got other videos on that which explain about phrasing and musicality. But imagine you're on the verses and it's rising to go to a chorus. The leader is setting it up, maybe some multiple spins into a duck, and the follower takes it and does a beautiful duck and rotates underneath as well. Yeah. Oh, Oleg, yes, we have a great, thank you very much for your lovely comment. Let me just see if I can load that up here on my screen. I saw it pop up on my, here we go, let me see if I can find it here. So, great. So, Oleg, nice to hear from you. You put, hi, Filipe, I really like your style. Oh, thanks very much. Looks like you're some kind of floating above the floor. The steps look so light. What exercises for legs can you suggest to us for solo training? Oh, good question. So I'll go to that in a second, just to finish off this musicality section. Yes, so the follower takes it and hits that major one, and then both just creating magic together. I often think like like an introduction, you might start a little bit more lower energy, because the song might be going somewhere, and if you're already beginning higher energy, you haven't got anywhere else left to go because the song is already, the song is still rising. So I like it when the song is like cool, relaxed, you're also relaxed, and as it goes up the energy, you also go up, and it goes down again, you also go down, and you can acknowledge that in various ways. You'll see the advanced West Coast swing dancers doing that. And the musicality has so many layers, and when somebody does something to this, picks out a layer and shows it in their dancing, you think, oh, I never heard that sound before, or that lyric. Oh, cool. And then you hear it again, and you never forget that moment. So, Oleg, so for your question about legs for solo training, I think it's working on that rolling count, which really helps it look smooth, I would say. So having that sort of order when this is your foot, and I'll be touching on the count, but then finishing on the rest of the count. So it's 1, E, and 2, and the body continues moving backwards or forwards, because in West Coast swing we have critical timing. Again, this is an advanced thing that you'll see advanced dancers doing, where the body is moving. For me, that's where the body's moving first, and then the foot is also moving. It's not just the foot striking, the whole foot strikes on the count. It's the body moving, and then the foot strikes on the count. So the body's moving before the count. The foot strikes, and then it rolls through, and the body continues moving backwards or forwards. Or as a follower, you strike, could be heel or toe, or a toe release on the one, and then you continue moving your spine through space. And so I think that's going to really help if you practice at home doing that exercise. I think my last video I posted on the West Coast Swing Lab has some things about that as well, which I hope it will help you. So I hope that's helpful for you, Oleg. Nice to hear from you. And something else worth thinking about as well is performative connection. Robert Royston talks about. Another thing you see advanced dancers thinking about more is that if they're doing some kind of performance for the audience, they will still be connected to their partner and transfer that to their partner and let the partner join in or feel what they're doing. Because sometimes people might release and do stuff without their partner being involved, which I think, it's okay if you do that once, but if you're doing it the whole song, then, there's, I think you're missing the element of performative connection. And that comes down to many technique things like the magnets from both people, could be moving away from each other from maybe the lats, a little bit of pressure here to feel each other. There's lots of different techniques. And something else I think you'll often see a follower doing, advanced follower, is having that lovely flight. It doesn't have to be super fast, but there's kind of this movement, there's this movement using the floor, I like to think of it, as opposed to the leaders giving energy and then the follower just walking really slowly, doing their 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. It's more like, I'm going to use the energy the leader gives me. So leader, follower, stretching away, and then the follower uses that energy, as opposed to stretching away and the follower doesn't take the energy and just, no, you're walking on this by themselves. So you'll see advanced followers using a really lovely flight, knowing how to use their leader's energy. And in the same way, the leaders also can lead with a nice power. It doesn't always have to be powerful, but it's leading them that 6 and 1 and following through their hips to create some nice power. You can play that dial for have a power on 1 or go up to even 10 being the maximum. You can play with that that power, and the follower really feels that clear lead and has a whoom. You can feel that if you do an underarm turn with a powerful lead, it feels so good. It feels really nice. And then he starts adding extra angles. You start opening up and adding angles because you have this extra power that you've been led with. So that's something else you'll often see. And yes, and the final thing for today's thoughts as well is that advanced dancers can dance to blues music. So you will see them swing their footwork. If you're not sure about swung timing and how to dance to blues, there's lots of cool resources on YouTube. I've got some on my channel as well here, so do check that out. And it's really fun. You actually really enjoy. When I started West Coast Swing, I wasn't a huge fan. When I heard blues music, I'd be like, oh, here we go, what's this about? But now I love blues music because it does change the way you move, and you really appreciate the more staccato rhythm and the instruments and how it changes the way you move. So do check out blues if that's something you're not so much into. Check out. We have some good videos here to see as well. So hope that was helpful. Do let me know if you've got any of your own thoughts as well. You're welcome to comment below and we'll look at that together. And yes, so whilst I am injured, I'm still offering my coaching, and I'll be back soon as well for my injury. It's getting much better. So I do offer online coaching. I can help you with for your confident dancer mindset sessions, or how to have a beautiful technique, creative pattern play, movement mastery, following in an inspiring way, competition ready, and also I can give you video feedback as well, like 360-degree video feedback. We watch your videos together. It could be from comps or from your own practices, and I've got some cool software where you can slow things down frame by frame and draw lines and annotate and talk you through that. It's wonderful art, so I love looking at helping people grow in this art as we all are growing. And Oleg, thank you so much for your lovely message. Oh wow, that's amazing. You wrote that. Thank you a lot. You really inspire me going into West Coast Swing. Thank you so much. That's amazing. You're very welcome. Yes, we're all here to help each other. With that, I'd like to invite you to, if you find this video helpful, do feel free to give this a like. I always do this with my thumb up. and also to click on that subscribe button below, and that will help you to get notified when videos are available. And wishing you all a wonderful day, and don't forget to enjoy your dancing.